42.
And maybe this clears the path for the black into that pocket. I know the other red is blocking it, but this one probably is also. As you can see there from that shot, now that that's removed, if he gets
43.
the black and the red you mentioned, the black's in the open, but
I'm not sure if he can actually just stun and leave himself nicely on the red. He may have to screw it back. It's hard to know. Well, he can. He actually created a fraction of an angle there. It's a bit tight doing it this way, but I think he's okay. He's going to be
50.
queuing her slightly awkwardly.
well, the last few shots, the way he cleared that path to the black. I mean, he's just playing superb at the moment.
$58. $59. $66. $72. $73.
We've had 65 centuries in this year's Betfred.com World Championship. Judd Trumps made 6.
81.
He's had 28 centuries this season, and in his career he's made 103.
$88. $89.
Yeah, he played for the pink that time so that he could just leave the red for the middle pocket. Oh, no century break, but he won't be too concerned about that. The family's delighted. That's another one chance, and he's took the frame. That 89 break puts him 2 ahead at 14-12.
Way to break.
And not often you hear that, this Crucible crowd applauding before Ding broke off. They're loving every minute of this. And now Ding has been asked a question, but don't write this young Chinese sensation off. There's a lot of snooker to be played here in this semi-final.
Well, Ding's going to have millions and millions of fans supporting him, but actually in this Crucible, as you would imagine, the vast majority, I feel, are on the side of this young whippersnapper. It's going to be a tough thing for Ding to overcome, isn't it?
Well, we're going to have a pulse question for you. Who's the better tactician between these two great young players? Just vote on bbc.co.uk / and click on the pulse. That'll be interesting.
Well, if Judd played that shot, then he is.
And that was coming from one of the greatest tacticians the game has ever seen, Steve Davis. Not a bad break builder either.
Interestingly, Ding's got a long red second to the right that he's refused. I'm sure Judd would have taken it on. It was fraught with danger. I'm sure Ding had a path through between the yellow and the blue.
Well, let's have a look. That's what he was looking at, and you were right, Steve, there was a red there, but chose to keep it tight, but he hasn't got the cue ball on the cushion, and we know what can happen from this position. Ooh, no. Oh, that's a bit fortunate there. To kiss the pink, and I'll get away with that.
Well, I think if it hadn't have kissed the pink, it was down in the balk area. He certainly threaded his way past the reds at the top of the table. I think it was missing the blue. Is Hawkeye that clever that it could work out if it missed the blue? Have we got Hawkeye? Something he doesn't do very well.
Let's see what the answer is to that. Interesting. Who is the better tactician? 64% think that Ding is well ahead of Judd Trump. So we'll see who wins this mini tactical battle here. And we had 1,000 people voting on that just at short notice, so that's very interesting. I wonder who his brother Jack, Jack, who's the better tactician? Do you think Judd's as good as Ding, or would you give Ding a... well, you say everything with your brother. You say you can beat him at snooker, you beat him at golf. You're a better safety player than him as well, I suppose. No.
There's not a full pocket to go for should Ding play this red. Second to the left of the table, on the right. There, that makes sense, doesn't it? Second to the left.
Well, the red is a tough one, and Ding's just trying to make up his mind. Do I risk it? But he's got to make something happen, Ding, because there's no easy safety, so this is a big shot for this young player here. No. And he hasn't got away with it. He hasn't got away with it. Tried to roll it in. Went full-blooded for it, but slight miscalculation there.
Well, looks like Judd's got a problem positionally here. Obviously the red's potable. Be some sort of shot to get the cue ball out into open play. Thin cut. Ew.
He mustn't have the angle. I thought possibly he could just run it in and out off the cushion onto the black, but maybe he hasn't got the angle to do that. Or maybe he has. He's just gone a little bit too far, but what a good effort. I think it's just travelled that little bit too far, and he can't really play it with side just to create the angle because it's awkward cueing. But what a good effort.
Just ran on a fraction more than he wanted. It's easy to talk yourself into these shots. It's going to be very hard. Well, it looks like he's hitting the red there, doesn't it?
Oh, and a miss.
Well, that was amazing because if he was going to try it with a touch of side, he didn't seem to put any side, and he just thought he could pot that. What a misjudgment that is.
Well, massive chance for Ding, and he needs to make some points.
But the blue and pink are a little awkward. He's got a line to screw down for that, but the pink's just blocked slightly. See, if he screwed down off that one, the blue and pink are awkward. So this one goes to the middle by the looks of things. Well, that looks tight too. Safely in, and he's on the black. Now the black will have to go